Look who on time. I know y'all didn't see that coming. I sure didn't. I give everybody a chance to compose themselves because I'm never on time. Elegant Events is on. Wonder which glasses am I going to need tonight? You know, I hope everybody can hear me because, you know, I'm on my Bluetooth. All right. Says we're telling everybody you're on. Tell them. Hey. Oh, I could put a hider, right? I need to learn to be just better. Okay, look at me. And on time too? Oh, he better not start with me. Ronson, you better be quiet. I'm not playing with you. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. How many minutes do I have? Because I am watching for time tonight. 5 minutes. Awesome. Look at me. Hey. Oh. You know I have to put my glasses on so I can see what's going on. BLIZ Blizzak 64. How you doing? See, I'm on time tonight, so I will give it 4 minutes, but I'm gonna jump into it so I can. I'm well rested, and it's Motivation Mondays. I'm highly motivated today, and I want to share that. So we'll give it a couple minutes. You know what? I'm not gonna give it too long. I mean, you snooze, you lose. What can I do? I will go ahead and get into the announcements today. In South Dallas, I don't know. Now this is for locals. If you remember the Forest Theater, young people, you won't remember that, but you know, people my age, we remember the Forest Theater. It was an old movie theater over there. You could go watch movies, and it was real historical and everything. You know, somebody took over that. I've been thinking about taking over that myself, but I never did have the right type of funding. So anyway, they are having a summer drive-in on Friday the 18th, September 18th. So that's going to be at the Forest Theater parking lot. Where they did say a drive, so the drive-through kind of. I don't know how that's going to work, but I mean, they know what they're doing, I guess. And so that's like I said, that's the Forest Theater parking lot. It's gonna be some kind of drive-in type of thing. But you know, look at me. There I go. Okay. I'm trying to get it to where it. Don't judge me. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not playing with this thing. See why I need to be on early? Okay, let me hold it like this. I'm trying to get a system here where I can prop my phone. It's probably gonna fall again. Okay, anyway, that is at 1820 Martin Luther King Boulevard. Hi, how you doing? And like I said, it would be interesting to see what the forest thing. I don't know what it look like in there now. I bet it's so pretty. It always used to. It's so pretty. So y'all get a chance and go down there if you can. Like I said, that's September 18th. That's the Forest Theater parking lot where they're having their event. It's going to be some type of drive-in that you can go through. 820 MLK, Dallas, Texas 75215. Okay. In my schedule, I will not be doing any lives on the weekend. I'm too busy and I'm too sleepy. I cannot do all that. So that way I won't even be lying. I won't even be lying to y'all talking about I'm going live. Just plus, you know, I'll be having to get composed and everything, and then I have to babysit these. It's drama with that. Okay, so what time is it now? Is it time? I have to keep looking back here because my phone. Okay, it's 2 minutes till. Topic of the night is common cases of failure. might be like, dang, it's Motivation Mondays. Why she talking about failure? Because I want you to be motivated so you won't be failing. Okay, maybe you need some motivation to get this going. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get into the motivation. I'm not giving these people 2 minutes to come in here. They need to be on time. I got a lot of nerve, though. At least when I'm not going to be on time, I say that. But you know, I got to get this taped for my students. Common cases of failure. Number 1, blaming others. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Ant 148. Now, if you've been following my series, I previously addressed you guys blaming others. That's not the way. When you start blaming other people for your problems, what you have actually stopped and done is interjected yourself into their path. You have interjected yourself into their journey and their problems. Because you're just trying to put something on somebody that you're feeling. You feeling that. So you can't blame others for anything that you failed in. Let's just start right there. That's number 1. First step is admitting the problem. This is just like an AA meeting. First step, admitting the problem. Okay. So accountability is what we're talking about. And all these things, eventually, they will help you feel better. They will. You may be thinking, because especially if you're a finger pointer and everything is always going wrong. For example, it's either a person, place, or thing that's always what you use as an excuse for whatever you lacked in, for whatever that you didn't accomplish, your goals. And that is not being realistic. You're not in the real world with even that type of finger pointing stuff. Because what you want to do, how you doing, Mr. Eddie? What you want to do is reevaluate everything, and you just want to consistently be learning from where you think you lack or you fail, because it's not a failure. That's number 1. It's as long as you processing what happened. How you doing, Jewel Concept Photo Ismailiac? You know I may be a little wrong with that, but hey, how y'all doing? Hey, sister. What we talking about tonight? Tonight we talking about common cases of failure, everybody. So I'll recap a little bit. Blaming others is where we're starting. Now we into accountability over here. We want to look within and be accountable. Because what we want to do is be smart people. Smart people rewind the whole situation. See what they could have done better. You can't change the scenario. You can't change the players in the game. You got to change how you play the game. I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you need to do that. First, be accountable and try to rewind yourself. But sometimes you're in a situation where you have gotten that momentum going, and you're going to be a woe is me ass for the rest of the day unless you reach out to someone. You need to resource out. When you start, you just can't conquer this. It's just on you. You just feel like, oh, motherfucker, me sick. Everybody is tripping today. Everybody. It started out this morning. Everybody was tripping. Bronson was tripping this morning. My car was tripping. I had a flat, that damn car. Soon as I got there, the manager was tripping. Or soon as I got home, my significant other, they was tripping. No. And they was. I'm not saying they not. I'm saying that should not have anything to do with you. So, same thing. When your shit go bad, don't be trying to look at yourself and say like, okay, that did not work out like I thought. Or that did not work out as I planned. Because sometimes the easiest way to conquer that situation may just be to have a plan. Maybe you just didn't have a plan before. And if you did have a plan, it's just time to reevaluate. That just means you're not keeping up with the times. You're not healed. That's all that is. So, gather yourself together. Resource out. Call somebody when you feeling like you want to just point fingers. You just feeling in a failing type of situation. Like I always like to use work. If say you got in your job at 11 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours later, it's 3 o'clock, and you have made no sales. Remember, you like, well, dang, people just don't want to buy nothing today. Or, you know what? I should have just came in later. It's nobody even like here. You just have all kind of scenarios going through your head. Remember, if you keep repeating the same belief to yourself over and over again, you will make that a fact in your mind. If you keep chanting the same thing over and over again, that will become a belief. Keep telling yourself the same thing all the time, and see, don't you start to just believe that factually. You want to walk motherfuckers down and, oh, no, I know that. You really think you know what you're talking about. And that's just some stuff that you told yourself over and over and over and over again. How you doing, Slim Set? How you doing there, sir? So instead of doing that, especially when you in your emotions, let me stop. Today is Monday. This is the day of the moon. This is a day of emotions. So if you trying to clean up your act and get your emotions together, and you feel challenged, as I do myself on Mondays, as I have said, I do have an Aries moon, which I do try to balance. See, it's this red right here, Aries, that's Mars, that's really hot. That's a hot energy is what I'm saying. I have told you people, it's not Mars up in the sky or out of this earth or whatever, y'all, that bad stuff that you learned. It's none of that. It's none of that. Hey, Slim. No. So I try to balance this energy. So the color of the day would be white, eggshell, off-white, something like that. If you are emotional type of, if you passionate like myself, I don't like working on Mondays. Because I feel like people they're still like kind of into the weekend. They're still processing and still kind of lingering and enjoying, and memories past. Because I know when I used to be in corporate America, and I'd be sitting at my desk on Monday, and I was supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock. I was there. Because, this is money, and Sam B is never late for money. So I was there at 7:45. And so I clocked in at 8. I had like 25 voicemails. I had like 400 files to do. So what I'm really saying is, and I did the process of doing all that because it was just like I was a robot. I checked my voicemails, took my notes, started the process of doing my file. But let me tell you something, and Miss Esther, she knew at the job, Sam B did not wake up until 11:30. Miss Rosnan was over there with their breakfast going all 8:30ish and everything. I was just there. I wasn't like, into it yet. So I say that to say, I should have put this under the other part, but know when you're processing what you're thinking is a failure, kind of see how the whole thing started off. How did your morning even start off? Did you sleep well? Did you wake up to like a loud alarm or noise or people? You need to wake up and put yourself in a meditative state as soon as possible. Because think about what I'm saying. You just waking up from no momentum. You have slept, and unless you one of them people that jump around fighting your sleep, you probably need to get a reading from me at eventstarot.com. But I digress. Say you did not sleep well, and now you already like, that's okay, you tense. Now you have to get ready, go get to work, whatever time. Then, like I say, what if you got a car situation? Once you jump out there, now you're looking funny. What if you jumping in traffic? Urgh. I hate traffic so much I don't even drive. I don't drive. Plus that boy hit me. That's another story. But anyway, you see, how was the build up this morning? You need to like rewind all that, see what's going on. If you just can't, like I said, just call somebody, baby. You have to, I tell y'all, you need a mentorship program. You need to have somebody to talk to that can lighten the load and put you back in the correct perspective, because whatever you're doing and whatever you're feeling and whatever you're thinking, you are not calibrated. So you are not thinking correctly. You are letting your feelings control you. And you have to control your feelings. Everybody know that, I mean. And it's work, but that's what you're here for as a spirit. You just need to do the work. Okay, another common case of failure is, I did mention that before, it's just not having any type of plan or goals whatsoever. And when I say goals, I don't mean, I strongly always tell people, these have to be your goals. What you want to accomplish, not what you think society expects of you, or your family expects of you, or your significant other expects of you. These have to be your own internal goals. And remember, you can do all you want to for the people and the things of this world, but what is your overall goal to expand as a spirit? That's really important, because I just want to take the human factor out of that, because that just gets us in trouble too many times. Like I was talking about yesterday about, not being accountable and pointing the other finger at your spouse or your child or whoever it is. It's not even like that serious if you just take the passion out of that and say, actually, like, fuck that or fuck this. You got to do it at the time. You got to, whatever that you're building up to, remember, you're not calibrating, so you're not thinking clearly, because you're feeling it. You're feeling it. So that's why I really don't respect people that first, they just talk. They don't think. When they feel it in their heart, they just spit it out. I don't think that that's a good habit. And I'm saying, it's rude, and it shows like, you might want to just start taking some classes on something. But beyond that, it shows the person is not able to control their feelings. So everything they do is on a feeling. And I believe people that run on feelings like that, it's hard for them to like be in relationships, not just personal relationships, business relationships. Because how y'all doing? I'm stop showing. Hi Julia, how you doing? Kawaku, how you doing? Love, you know who I'm talking about. It's love at the first. How you doing? Thank you all for coming in tonight. Y'all know if I wave too much, I'm gonna get off track and need some notes. Oh, I was talking about goals. Setting goals. Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I was probably talking about some people or something. But we're gonna go on. When you're setting goals, okay. Let me give you a good example. Remember I said, say you woke up and your day was just thrown off track. So you got momentum going about that too. The key is, before it get too out of hand, like you wanna stop that as soon as possible, as early as possible. And I don't care. I don't know what folks be thinking. I don't care, folks, if you have to say, I'm not coming in today. I don't give a shit. You should calibrate yourself. You are more important than anywhere you're trying to get to, anybody you trying to talk to. You more important than that. You having your mind and your heart and all your spirit lined up is way more important than all that, because you no good to nobody out there. That's why, see, I'm talking about common cases of failure. Not knowing yourself and knowing when you should not be around anybody. Take the fucking day off, so what? I mean, and if you think that you're in a situation where any little thing you do to be better, feel better, be healthy, spiritually, physically, and mentally, if you're in one of those type of situations, that's a problem. That's a common case of failure right there. That means you're a slave. That's why your stomach upset and everything, can't talk to nobody, communicate. Think about that stuff too. I'm gonna move on from that. Common cases of failure. Shortcuts. What did I say? Always wanting to take that easy way out of something instead of just going through the process. Everything is a process. As I've said, to manifest anything, where you are, that's your environment. What you got in your driveway, anything physical, relationships. To manifest anything, the beginning of that is first having a dream about what that's going to feel like. Have an idea in your mind of what are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to accomplish? That's what your goals are. And then you do want to set yourself with times. You want to set yourself a timetable. And what I mean by that, and I'm not talking about, I hate when motherfuckers say that. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I don't know. I could be dead. I'm not looking ahead of the game. That's not, no. Wait, whoa. We not even talking about nothing like that. Where do you see yourself today? What do you see yourself accomplishing with this day? That's why I like to get up. Before I can deal with anybody, I have to meditate. I can't just jump out there in them streets like that. First of all, I have to stretch my body out 100 times. I can't even just jump out the bed because I might break something. You can't just slowly roll out of the bed. Turn over, stretch your limbs in the bed. Just take a minute. Stretch it out. Don't just jump up doing anything. This is gonna still happen because I need this like this. Okay, let's see, where was I at? I was talking about shortcuts. Well, we all know shortcuts ain't gonna get you nowhere doing anything. So I don't even know why I had to put that on the common cases of failure. Anyway, because it's not doing things the longest way, or it may seem like that. It's doing things in the most efficient, smartest way. If you are constantly a person that likes to shortcut and think you're trying to cheat the system by doing something, you're cheating yourself if you don't fully learn about anything you're doing. And I mean fully learn. So if you're a person that's open to fully learning, you know that you never can learn. You never can learn all of that. There's always going to be more and more and more and more. And you should welcome that. You should welcome that opportunity, because those are the kind of things that keep your momentum going. And those are the kind of things that give you wisdom. You learn from that. You have to experience contrast to experience success. That's right on the same line. If this was just a straight line, that's one is on the other end where people say failure, which is not failure. You had to go through that. You have to see it. I will say that you can fail doing things. I don't like to really throw that out there, but you can actually fail by not learning from a situation. If you a person that keep getting into the same situation all the time, picture that you like that hamster that's just running around that damn wheel. You just keep getting into the same situations over and over and over. What that's telling you is that you are not, how you doing, lovely? That's telling you you are not learning from your mistakes. You are not sitting, you're not having any self-communication. You're not saying like, ooh, I don't want to do that again. You're not saying that. You're saying, I'm open to this. I just like it. I mean, it's a hell that I'm comfortable with. I mean, it's no new surprises here. Yeah, I mean, this guy or this girl, yeah, she kind of is like that last that I dated. But you see what I mean? You're not. So you can't blame others. You doing that to yourself. That's self-infliction. I'm not going to talk about that. Like I said. So I don't like to use compliance as a term because I'm very non-compliant if we want to just define that by that word. But when it comes to those type of rules, universal rules, it is best that you remember those things. Stop what you're doing. Don't blame nobody when the shit start hitting the fan. That's when it starts. Just when it started at the beginning, when you start getting that like, oh shit, this is gonna be an effed up day. You know, stop it right there. Slow it down. Take a pause. Take a break. If you can't calm yourself down, call somebody that you know can help you. And I don't mean you don't need to call nobody and have one of them deep talks. You need to call somebody funny that's gonna make you laugh, that's gonna tell you about yourself, how you be tripping, I know you out there tripping out there. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is you're trying to bring your vibration up to a higher level. And remember, the higher you're vibrating, the more positive things that you will attract to you. And that's what you want to do. You just want to shift gears if you can't stop gears. If I'm too frustrated about like anything, because y'all know I like to sleep. What y'all drinking tonight? I'm drinking Cordial. I just have a little sip. I told y'all that's just my heart. Honey, if I'm too overwhelmed because I'm somebody, granted I'm old, I stop all that shit. I go to sleep. Woo! When I have to take a nap, I stop momentum. I will stop it. Because it just be too much rolling in. You know, I used to do that on my lunchtime when everybody else was out there. You know, they be going out there trying to go to Chili's and all that shit. I be swamped. I used to work for the Department of Commerce. I had all them damn workers' comp cases and all that kind of stuff. I didn't feel like doing any of that. I just wanted to do that job because I already felt, you know, in bondage. I just wanted to do the gym 8 hours and get the fuck out of there. But my team was just a small team, and my supervisor, she was so lovely and wonderful and compassionate. She made me sick. I'm gonna tell you why, because she would bring us breakfast and she always wanted to take us out to lunch and do all that stuff. And you saw like I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sit there, do my work, and get on. I didn't want to be friends like that and everything. I just didn't want to be, because this was like separate. So I used to have to sneak away on my lunch break. Miss Esther knew. Baby, I'm sorry. I had to do it, Miss Esther. I love you. But I couldn't be eating all that stuff you gave me because I've been fat. But I would go to my car on my lunch, you know, because she make me clock out, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to get behind because, you know, as I said, I am Dwight on The Office. I take my work very seriously. I would have to go to my car and I would take a power nap because we had like 30 minutes, maybe an hour or something. I would definitely take a power nap and I have to shut that down. And believe me, even 15 minutes, if you can lay and pull your seat back and you set your clock and doze off for 15 minutes, when you go back, you'll feel better. You will. You ain't paying attention to nobody. Because remember, you're going to be back at square one like me. I used to be from 8 o'clock to 11:30. And then if you do that at like 1 o'clock at lunchtime, child, when you wake up back up into your senses, it be time to clock out. Purse on, showing shades on. So I say what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what else was you saying. Be consistent. Y'all, I'm not Just don't say nothing. When these things happen, just, just know that that's saying being, she's all right. Just know she's all right. Where was I? Oh, yes, be consistent. Don't be so fast to just quit. It may seem like you have a desire, a goal, a dream, a hope, or whatever. Just keep on. Just keep going. You know what? This probably just scored. Let's see. Okay. Just keep going. Don't effort so hard. See, in fact, you know what? When I took these notes in school, it said common cases of failure, hard work. I will say that. Now, see, that was not the way that the team wanted it presented. They like, oh, hard work get you anywhere you go. That's bullshit. I'll be damned if they do. Hard work gets you dead. That's all it's gonna get you. Hard work gets you dead. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with being dead. Hi, Benny. I'm not taking that because I'm spiritual. I mean, everybody gonna bite it. You come in and you gotta go out. Everybody know that. Hard work is not the way to do anything. Why are you doing that? And who you working hard for? The only hard work you have to do is the one thing that I told you. It's hard enough to try to love unconditionally. That's the hardest thing that you have to do. The rest of it is not hard because you don't have to do that. Okay. So that's our hard work. Resource with people. We got that. Quitting too soon. I already mentioned that. Just don't quit. Just keep going. Don't look at I don't know. I move around. Mama used to get mad at me because I used to be getting in all that stuff and she be spending all that money. I be cheerleader, drill team. I ran track. I was in like everything. Honey, when they got to working me out too hard, track. I quit track in 2 weeks. I ran 100-yard dash. Yes, I was fucking fast. But when I had to do, like, we had weights Tuesday and Thursday, all that other stuff, and then going home, like, we had to ride the public transportation because I had to transfer and go to another school district. It was just a big deal like that. So with 2 weeks of track, that was hard to me because by the time I got home, I was so tired. I was just like, I passed out on the bed. I just fuck track. I was like that. So I let that go. And just a lot of other things like that. Mama will always get on me about you don't stay in anything long enough to even see if you like it. She was right. But see, she was, what you call that? She was one of the people that she let me keep doing it. She should have made me stay doing it. She did. But look at me now, I'm a jack of all trades. So, see, everything that you have been through, even if you didn't stick to the shit, I bet you know a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't. You need to think about that. People want to they may want to say to you like, well, you've been into a lot of things and you never stuck with anything. That doesn't matter. You know something. You know something. You may not utilize it and use it, but you know things. Thank you so much, Mr. Benny. I really do appreciate that. You know something. Don't sell yourself short just because you having a bad day, a bad moment. Hell, if you having a bad month, you done took it too far. I give you 3 days. You can do that pity party for 3 days. And it's fire signs have to, especially Leos. Leos and Aries, we have to have our pity party. We don't give a fuck. We need 3 days to go back into the lion's cave. We don't want to be bothered. Okay, we have to get it together. So do whatever you have to do. But if a week is passing and you still ain't like got it, you still like this shit ain't working, or you don't need to let it get like that. You need to start talking to people. You need to communicate. You need to switch. You need to stop thinking about your company, thinking about your lover, thinking about your damn kids. You need to stop thinking about any of that stuff. And you need to switch thoughts, and you need to go into laughter. You need to get into something that brings you joy. You need to go look at some old pictures that make you happy. You know, I got so many phones. I ain't got no storage space. I got all these pictures and albums and everything. You need to go back to the moments that made you happy, and you need to feel that joy again, because you can ride that joy. See, that's old joy, but you know, you look at that picture, you be like, oh, damn, I was fine. Wasn't I fine back in 19? Damn. And you just be smiling, and you get the warmest tingly feeling in you, and you don't give a damn that you don't have no gas money today. You just keep looking at your pictures or whatever. Or, you know, like I said, your pit. Do whatever you have to get back there. And if you just can't do that, like I said, you don't have nobody to call, you need to go sleep. You need to go sleep. Oh, don't forget, you might be hungry. It ain't no telling. You need to just be able to check yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to be able to check yourself and see what's going on. What is going on with me? Because I'm important. And my feelings matter today. And I don't care about nobody else like that. I'm not feeling them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, and if you're not feeling them, that means there's something wrong with you, baby. It ain't nothing wrong with them folks. They gonna be silly every damn day. Everybody, they gonna be crazy every day. This is where you are. It is your job to adjust yourself accordingly. See, you the master. You not supposed to be the master of the universe. That's what you doing. You taking a situation and saying, damn, look how fucked up that. Oh, you know, I told you I was gonna stop cussing. But I don't look too far into the future. So you need to be able to take that situation and say, yes, this is jacked up. However, I am the master of my universe. What am I seeing in this whole situation? Because it's all about my perspective. It is me. It's not that. And remember, this is a test, not a test. I don't want to say a test. It's not a test you can fail. Nobody's judging you but yourself about this. You are testing yourself. You did attract these things into your environment to see how you would deal with them. Because last time you was an asshole. You see what I'm saying? So it give you a chance to replay your life. Replay it, baby. Just rewind that and be like, you know what? Deja vu. I've been through this same thing. This same crazy. This woman talking to me crazy, but you know what? My mama used to talk to me crazy. You know what she did? And then you think, now that I'm saying that, now how am I gonna deal with this woman differently? Because it's got to be different. I got to be the smarter one. What would be the smartest way to do that? And if you can't do that, if you can't, your feelings just got to tell you like, I'm gonna slap this. I'll slap her. If you just get to that, remember that means you are not calibrated. If you cannot look at anybody, a person, place, or thing, and laugh at that, and laugh and be like, damn, woo, this messed up. I tell you what, and blase, and kick back in, and like I tell you what, we gonna make the best of this. If you can't do that yet, because that's our goal, me included, that's everybody, that's our goal, that's our spiritual goal, be able to be like, okay, you know what? Let me go back and calibrate myself with source energy, with God, whoever you want to say. Let me think about all the things that I know that I have planned to do here, what I want, the things that you got to get back to it any way that you can. How you doing, sir? You have to get back to it anyway. What time? I talk so long. Let me check the clock. I don't know why it's late over there, baby. Oh, it's 9:37. We're 20 minutes in. I'm almost done. What the hell I got? Quitting too soon, blase, blah. Burdens of the past. I like to think about how I'm going. As I said, if you are encountering the same scenarios over and over in your life, you should stop for a moment and see how you are perceiving that. And I think, to me, a good way to do that is just make a list. It's just a list. Just, you know. Or what, first write your list down of like, what was good? What did you like good about this whole situation? Why are you in this situation? Why was I in that situation? What was the good part about that? Then write down the bad part, which obviously the bad list is gonna be like a tablet. It's gonna be a tablet like this, a little tablet. But it should be. See what I'm saying? This thing got one row. It got a line going down there. If your good list go to here and your bad list go here, and you start flipping pages, baby, you ain't even being realistic about life. You're not being real. You need to see you sleepy or hungry right there. I know it, because you're not being realistic. It's because it's not possibly that way. If I keep telling you that good and what some people call bad, evil, or whatever are this, they're on the same line. Think about that. That would mean if you have a unbalanced sheet, if you have more bad than good, that's not even, I'm just saying, think about it, baby. When you feel like your world is just crumbling, falling up, it's not like that. It's the reason for you feeling like this. Just calm down. Calm down. Take some steps, because if you just get yourself together, you can get your motivation right. Remember, this is Motivation Monday. And I say motivation because it's Motivation Monday. And that rhymes together. That matches up good. But really, we want you to just be inspired. Be inspired to be moved. Be inspired to get up and go to, wherever you want to go, or do whatever you want to do. Don't find something in that's definitely positive. Every job that I've ever had, I've been a slave. I've been working like a Hebrew slave. I told you I'm like 3,000 years old. I said working like a Hebrew slave. So I have a lot of skills. I've never been employed by someone just with the intent of making money. That's ridiculous. Why would you dare box yourself in like that? Now you dependent on them. No, that's not the goal. That's not the goal. That's why I don't like that 5-year, what are your goals in 5 years? One of your goals should not be to be at the same place that you was 5 years ago. It should be that. But they don't want to, nobody don't want to hear you say that shit. They ain't going to hire you. But me, I would love to hear that. Yeah, I'm trying to hear that. What do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I see myself owning my own company or taking over your job. I be like, you gonna be a saying B? Because I need 3 of me. I hear what you see what I'm saying? No, 5 years. Where do you see yourself next year? You barely can't tell with what's going on, but you can get kind of a grip on it. Where are you gonna be in next year? Just don't be doing the same shit you was doing the previous years. That's all you gotta do. It's not even that complicated. Just don't be doing the same thing you was doing last year, last month, yesterday. Every day is a new day. Every day you got a chance to that just clean the whole slate. It's just a new day. It's done. You can do something different. You can change anything. You can change your behavior. You can change your environment. You can change the type of people that's around you. It's your universe. Don't let them people lie to you. Them people lie to you to talk about this ain't your world. I be damn it ain't. Why it ain't? Who else in your world can make you feel good other than you? And why would that be anybody's destiny or job? I told y'all, I was just like y'all. I used to watch too much Disney. That was just that Disney. I tell you what. That's all that was. There's nothing but that. Somebody trying to oppress me and mind control me. They did it too. But then, hell, just like everybody else who set that timer, when it's time to wake up, it's just time to wake up, damn it. Just wake the hell up. Wake up and see ain't nobody bother you. Except them same people that have been oppressing other humans since the beginning of time. These same motherfuckers. And if y'all don't get that, you see the same scenarios over and over. That's why I don't like discussing religion, politics. I don't like discussing anything like that. What the hell is fucking different? What's different historically that has happened before that ain't happened now? It ain't gonna never change. You didn't write that book. You didn't write that. You didn't write those notes. You didn't take them. Yet you're taught to believe somebody else's perception of history. It's a perception. These things, these beliefs, they're books. They're other people's point of view. And some people take that way too seriously because they don't have no fucking brain capacity. They running on, did I tell y'all? I told you a dolphin use more percentage of his brain than most humans do. That's really sad. I love talking to dolphins too. I be speaking the language too. They be, I be like, yes I did. I love talking. They're so smart. They smarter than, I'm not gonna start there. Okay, where was I at? I'm gonna wrap it up. Where's these? Let me get these other glasses for this bottom. I think that was really, I said learn from yesterday and move on. Just move on. Just don't stick on something too long. Just shift gears and think about something else. Put that on the back burner if it's just really just overwhelming you. It's not that serious. I think sometimes we feel like people are looking at us a lot harder than they actually are. I think we feel sometimes that people care a lot more about the things we do, how we act, who we will, a lot. I think we think that they do that a lot more than people actually do. It's kind of, that's really like a bad spot to be in. To always think like somebody's thinking negative of you or thinking, that would have to mean that they're thinking about you. In most cases, it's never that serious. Nope, they ain't thinking about your ass. So why do you care what everybody is thinking about you when ain't nobody thinking about your ass? That sounds crazy. So you have to think about yourself, okay? You're the one that has to find inspiration, and with that inspiration, with that inspiration, you turn that into motivation. See, inspiration is the fuel of motivation. It's not, you don't just jump out there and feel like, if you always feel like you have to find motivation, I have to get motivated, I'm just not motivated to do that. You shouldn't be motivated to do that. You should be inspired to do that. You should be like, yes, this is so super exciting to me. I can't even sleep. I can't wait to do. That's what inspiration feels like. Motivation is something that you kind of have to be pushed into, I feel like. Anyway. Okay, so we said burdens of the past, blah, blah, blah. Oh, breaking down the day. That's the last thing I got to say. But I told y'all that. Rewinding the day. I don't like to wait to the end of the day to rewind why I was feeling funny during the day. I like to stop when I'm feeling funny or whatever. And I say funny like when somebody pisses me off, or if I feel like I'm about to burst out in tears. Ella can feel like that. Ella can have feelings like that. I have very deep feelings. You just don't know. I cry at the drop of a hat. Seems like sometimes. Especially when I'm by myself. I try not to do that when I'm out, because you see, I be having this makeup on fleek and it flow. Like I always said before, because I watch at Beauty by Brittany Kiana tutorials on YouTube. Y'all should too. You'll learn how to slap your makeup on and then hide your true identity or age, whatever we're doing. Anyway, break down your days. If you're not a person that can stop yourself during the day and you can't catch it, at least at the end of the day, if you feel like, I just felt off today, I just had an off day, like I said, rewind it and go back to how the day started. Then what was going on in the middle of the day? Was I hungry? Was I tired? Because these things, when you just break down your day, you can avoid similar type of feelings, not situations, feelings. You can get ahead of the feeling by knowing, like, yes, okay, today at 11 o'clock, I was feeling shaky. I was so shaky I couldn't even concentrate. I couldn't listen to anybody. I couldn't think. I should have ate something. Tomorrow, when 11 o'clock come, you should have a piece of rolled up meat or something, or apple. You should have something there. That situation should not happen again. This is what I'm talking about rewinding the day. Don't be the damn hamster on the wheel and keep repeating that same thing. That is the definition of hell. That's the only hell you will ever experience, is keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. Let's take a moment of reflection on what I said. I ain't gonna say it again. Just rewind this. I'm not gonna say this. I'll put it on YouTube too. Okay, guys. So, don't judge me. Let's see. 15 minutes ahead of the game, baby. I don't know what else I got to talk about then. I fussed at y'all about that. These is just what I feel like are some common cases of failure. I don't really have anything else other than failure is a perception. It's not, you can't fail, like I said, unless you keep repeating something. That is a type of failure if you just want to do things repetitiously that don't benefit you. I would say that's an L. But I do know that none of this really, it's not that serious. You really can't get life wrong. You can't really fail unless you just somebody that just is just weak. I feel like just you feel beat up. You feel victimized. But you have to go inside of yourself, because nobody is doing you like that. I'm not saying if somebody attack you, they physically attack you, yeah, and you can be a victim in that situation. How you want to perceive how you should go forth with that, how you should feel about that, how you should ground your thoughts about that, your feelings, that's up to you. You can feel like somebody they did this to you, they beat you, they did this or that, they raped you, or they took advantage of your feeling, they took my money. You can feel that way and keep bringing that back up repetitiously in your mind until you make that a belief that people ain't shit. You can do that, but you don't want to do that. That was just an experience that you had. Think about what you're saying. You think, okay, they took my money. Money, that's tangible. Money is to be made. It don't make you. Someone physically assaulted me, but I'm not dead. Okay, all right. I still got whatever I need to do, whatever I want to do, if I want to continue on with my life and have a really great experience. You can do that. It's up to you to check yourself. You the one that control your own mind and your own feelings. If you want to feel like, you want to think you're a victim because your feelings got the best of you, you will be a victim. You have placed yourself in hell. That's all it is. That's all it is. And so you can do that. You can stay there until you just die out of here. But your ass just gonna come back. You gonna complete the experience either way it go. Maybe you'll be better at it next time. I can't say all that. I can't. You know what? I haven't done your astrological chart and can tell you, what you was trying to do in here. It's written down. We got a hall of records for stuff like that. It's there. But it's up to you to control your feelings. Because when you feel a certain type of way, you think a certain type of way. Once it get to the, you can have a feeling, but once it sift through to the, it's like big coffee in a filter. Okay, so once that water start hitting and start dripping down like that, okay, you should be having different flavors and stuff going on up in there other than like last time. I put some, I say like this coffee was bitter yesterday. Today when I make it, I'm gonna throw a little cinnamon in there. I do that, see how that came out. And then you know how that came out? I said, oh, this is delicious. You see what I mean? So, these are just been common cases of failure. I feel like a lot of us have. Blaming others is that's the main thing. Don't you can't blame nobody else for your failure. That was you did that. That was you did that dumb shit. That was you let that dumb person into your life. Or that was you let move to this dumb place. Or that was you. It was you. It was you. Okay, situations. You may say, Sam B, life happens. People beat you up. They steal. They do this and they do that. Yes, they do, baby. They sure do. This world is full of motherfuckers like that. It is. What the fuck do they have to do with your feelings? I'm not talking about how you can think about that stuff all day long. You ain't you can say everybody you meet, you can say, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit. And maybe they ain't. But it don't matter. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, when we all expire out of here, everybody is something except the people here that are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is things here that are not. Okay? Believe that shit. That's why you have to keep yourself together. So you will have discernment and you can see things. I'm just trying to let y'all know. That shit may sound creepy or whatever it is, but I'm telling you, it's true. And people will sit up and blame other things, other entities, other people, their environment, whatever, for their suffering. And it's not like that. The more that you process and calibrate yourself and then you'll be able to be armed for the war. You need some armor on to jump out in these streets like that, because it's gonna come at you, boom, 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 boom. Damn. If you just get one shot to the damn, a scratch to the arm, and you be like, oh, fuck this world, fuck my life, fuck y'all. Baby, calm down, okay? Because you're going to take some way more bullets than that. You need to watch 300 and see how they did it. They went out at the end like champs, okay? Spartans. That's how you need to do it. You just need to tighten it up. Okay, I'm not going to even ask, are there any questions? Because y'all never have any questions for CMB. But visit my website. I put the website in the link. Look at me being on point. And on a Monday with my bread. I'm sure y'all, if Sam B can do it, y'all can do it. Anybody can do it, because I don't even do Mondays. But I'm doing this for y'all. So go to my website. Check out some things that's going on over there. For motivation, like I said, I try to motivate you if I can. How you doing, Mr. Backwood? I'll try, but visit my tarot page. I have a lot of interesting things. Okay, so sometimes you need to learn some metaphysics. See what's going on with the world. See how you fit into this place that we at. So at events.tarot. Okay, go over there, my website, everything over there. How you doing, Official King? I'm about to get off here because y'all know at about 10 o'clock I have to go. I have to start doing my home style. I have to start cooking and everything. Because I don't put myself in them situations to where I'm out with the public or I'm having to deal with somebody and I'm home because don't nobody want to deal with me like that. Don't worry about that. Look at how I caught it back real fast. Don't nobody want to deal with that. And you don't want to deal with other people like that. That's another thing. Keep some snacks in your purse or keep some snacks in your glove compartment or car, something like that. Sometimes people be tripping and you just need to offer them like some crackers or something. Or, one of them little bag of Oreos or something to get. I mean, it ain't what you eat, but I mean, you can give it away to them because they be tripping, Just don't. I'm going to close this. Common cases of failure. Don't take things too personally. Don't take stuff so personally. It is your world, and I will not stop telling you that it's your universe. It is your universe within. So what people on the outside are doing really should not affect you too heavily. If somebody, like I said, if somebody attack you physically, I've been physically attacked before. You can't hold on to that in that manner. You can say, like saying B say, well hell, that's an environment saying B will not put herself in anymore to avoid that type of thing. And if the situation ever played itself out like that again, it couldn't in that same environment. I fucking said I'm not gonna be over there no more. I'm not gonna be in that spot no more. So saying B cannot attract that situation in that same manner. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? That don't mean that somebody ain't gonna try or do that. It's not about that. It's about growing and then understanding when a situation develops how that could possibly be avoided. It's just being accountable on your side of the stick. It's not saying wrong or right. We're not talking about the wrong or right of a situation. That is a common case of failure. What we're talking about is not being in the same situation again that has righted the situation. Do you understand that? All right then. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead because I didn't even finish this little piece of cigarette. But if, like I said again, y'all got any questions, hit me. Don't DM me. Don't do that. Go to the website or go to my email. It's right there when it say email or contact number. Call me at the messaging center. I do have a messaging center. Once again, I will say, if you think Sam B is going to go, hello? Sam B will not go hello. You have to leave Sam B a detailed message. And then Sam B will or will not respond to that. So have your questions aligned and your aura and your chakras calibrated to speak with Sam B. And we would have so much fun. You'll be like, I'm so glad I called Sam B. It's not that serious, is it? Maybe it's not even that serious. And who is you talking? And we can gossip about that other person and our situation and stuff like that. And we'll laugh and we'll drink and we'll smoke. And you'll be like, I was tripping for real. And I feel so much better, and I will not be in this situation again. I'm finna go because I'm not playing with this phone. Because I don't have no props or nothing like that, and I'm just through playing with this. Okay, so y'all have a good night. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Is it Talk About It Tuesday? I had planned to do on Talk About It. I don't know if the man will come on though. I'm going to ask him. I do have something to talk about on Talk About It Tuesday. And I will go ahead and give you guys the scenario right here as soon as I can prop this up right. Because I thought I was going to go. I say that all the time. I'm going to do that one day. I'm going to get ready to go. Okay. Oh, the subject was... Okay, let me give you this little story. I have to light a whole cigarette for this because even as I anticipate speaking about it, it still brings me back. It stirs emotions within me because of certain, like I said, things that have happened in my youth, childhood, etc., etc. This is not my biography, so I won't do all that. How you doing, stuff 000? Anyway, you know, I love posting my kids. You know, I love posting my kids stuff. And you know, Brittany Kiana she got a lot going. She works so hard and everything. So I went to what you call it? It's a little lunch. You know, I got the pictures on there. I can't remember what it was called no more because anyway, you know, I'm laughing and grinning, looking at my child, looking at my baby being proud, just beaming and glowing. So I post my child picture everywhere. I post them in group, community this, community that, my page, your page. I post my child everywhere. I'm a supportive mom. How you doing? Hey. Hey, Chris. Anyway, I told y'all, I think I told y'all this story. I'm going to tell you again. No, I posted a little community. And then somebody said something to me that I felt like was... Let me tell you the reason that I felt the way I feel. I understood why that gentleman felt the way he did. He felt like what I put up was basically... He said it was disrespectful to women. Okay. But what I put up was a video that had a background of some t-shirts. That was the first thing that came up because it wasn't my event. And I was there as a guest. I was very grateful to be there. I had a lovely time. Anyway, so I felt like it was respectful for me to show the gentleman event. I didn't want to I wasn't just doing him. This was not video about him. It was about Brittany. Okay. So, how you doing, Prince? So the man, he said the t-shirts that said "Got WAP." Did you know that Cardi B song? I love the beat to it. And that's another thing. I'm so, you know, like I told you, I'm self-absorbed. I listen to songs because I love beats. I'm a musician. I grew up on the piano. I don't hear what people are saying in their like lyrics when they flowing and stuff like that. If it's just you doing it with no music, yeah, I'll listen to it. But if you got music in it and the beats is hard, oh, I don't even know what they saying in the background. I don't give a shit. I'm finna put my shit in there. Anyway, he was talking about that WAP was disrespectful to women. And then he said that his child could have seen like my post in that community or whatever it was like that. And I became it struck a nerve. The first thing struck a nerve with me is like blaming others. Didn't I just talk about that? Common cases of failure. And when he put that on my post, he had failed. I'm gonna tell you why he had failed. He had failed in so many different kind of ways. First of all, he was a man talking about women. What do disrespectful to women? I wasn't wearing the t-shirt. None of my people was even wearing a t-shirt that I had come there to see or whatever. But that's the kind of thing what I'm talking about. If you can't be out and about with people, have an opinion about something, but then not keep it moving because it's not you. It's not your shit. It wasn't your idea. And why are you feeling so passionately about it? Like I said, if you can't keep it moving like that, you're a person that likes to point fingers. You blame other people for your problems. Now, I'm not sure. I got all the text. I went back and forth with this gentleman. And I shouldn't even be talking about it without his side of the story. But, you know, I kind of got his side of the story. And I don't even know if he'll come on Instagram. You know how folks do. That he say he on Facebook. And I can't go on Facebook because Facebook is always messing with me. Instagram mess with me too, as you can see. That's another story. I'll get on that next week. When that man said, he pointed out to me what was disrespectful in my video, I got really upset. See, that's why he's a man, I'm a woman. What he was looking at that was disrespectful was something I didn't even see as a woman. I wasn't paying attention to the damn t-shirts in the background. It's my goddamn video about me being at an event. That was number one. So, as I told him, that sounded perverted to me. It sounded perverted to point out that one thing. And being my child was in that video, I felt some type of way. He felt like that whole subject had like hit a nerve with me. He didn't understand why, goddammit. It was because my initial perception, just like it was his. But see, instead of me jumping on his ass like he thought he was going to jump on my page and comment, I didn't go into his page and write down, I think you a motherfucking pervert because you just looking in my video and the first only thing you seen is got walk or whatever the shit was. I didn't say that to him like that because I'm a person that thinks and I process before I speak. I had to go back and even see what he was talking about, and then I had to go back and get a perspective about how he felt, because we were speaking about feelings. We weren't speaking about no facts. It wasn't like he was, I don't know why my thing was, why was he telling me about some shit that's Cardi B now? It's their music or whatever. It's their idea, gimmick or whatever. Why are you telling me about something that ladies are enjoying, having a good time playing with this? It's just a fun, light thing. Why are you getting mad at me when women are finally just expressing some of the same personas that men have? They're a little bit aggressive. Why are you putting that shit on my page? Why aren't you starting a movement about it since you so offended for women? That's all the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Things like that. So be careful with people's you shouldn't go with like the first thing you think. You should find out what's going on, see what the other person point of view, because like I said, while he was thinking that was disrespectful to women, what I was thinking about him was that he was a motherfucking pervert for even seeing that shit. Because I only did it real fast at the beginning just to show like where I was, not advertising the t-shirt. So, see, things can go two ways, but I didn't let it get to that. Although I guess I am kind of shady because I'm bringing it up now. But I didn't post that like on his page. I asked him to come to my messenger. And if he had something, I said, did you have something to say to me? Because let's hear it. Because everybody knows Sam B loves to hear that side of the story, to give her side of the story when it's her time. She loves to do that. How you doing, Mr. EJ? Okay, well, y'all, I keep saying I'm going to wrap it up. But I really am going to wrap it up because I've seasoned these pork chops and everything. I know y'all probably think every time I talk to her, she ain't a pork chop. I told you I'm a big girl. Of course I am. I'll tell anybody I ate twice before I came. You ain't got to worry about saying they are, because I don't go around. I'm not finna be mad at people because I'm hungry or confused. Now, I have done that. I do that sometimes too when I'm working. I'm telling you. You know, because when you get hungry sometimes and you don't know you're hungry, you start getting confused. And you get emotional. When I get hungry, like too hungry, I just want to cry. I just be like hungry and I can't. See, that's me, your sugar drop, baby. So that's why you don't want to do that. You don't want to have to blame others. You just be hungry and then you want to cry. And then you start thinking about like old shit, because them old feelings and them tears start, and you just start thinking about sad stuff. And all that's because you hungry. Can you believe it? So can you imagine when you haven't rested properly, the things that's going to end up going through your mind? Be acting like the exorcist, acting all possessed and crazy. And people be like, damn, they bipolar as fuck. All because you don't know yourself. So let's take that with y'all. Okay. I want y'all to take that with you. We have, in summary, we are not going to blame others for our feelings. Remember? And remember, we are entitled to our feelings. I'm not going to let that. That's okay. I'll just look up. Okay. We're not going to do that. We're not going to, no. That's not the grown up. This is grown folks only. That's not the grown up thing to do. It's to blame somebody else for your problems. The grown up thing to do, and we ain't grown folks out, but what we do is we come together and say, like, you know, hey, how can I avoid that same scenario from happening? And how I can avoid the same scenario from happening is to address my feelings. Is to address how I felt when all this was going on. And that's what we're going to do about that. We have no need to blame others. We're seeking accountability and freedom. And as long as you're pointing the finger at somebody else, as long as you do that, you are in a form of bondage. See how you attach to that person? Because you're giving them full control over your mind. They controlling your mind when you blame somebody else. You saying that they have power over you. So don't tell me nothing about 400 years of slavery and bondage and all that kind of physical shit when most people are they're binded because you do that yourself. That's self-infliction. Okay? Y'all get the difference? That's why keep it tight. Just keep it tight. Free your mind, free yourself. When you start running off on a tangent about a negative thought or what you feel like is you sinking into contrast and not really looking at the situation and how and it could be beneficial to you. How can it be? Because the why is you put yourself in that situation to benefit you in some form. Just calm down. Y'all need to calm down. That's what I say. That's why I told you I don't trust people that don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do something to calm their nerves. See, them people that they know they tackled it because they get that. They get it like, okay, I can't just be in no normal state of mind. I've been programmed, mind controlled as a child. These people trying to tell me out here I gotta wear man, tell me what to do, all this kind of stuff. That's oppression. You can't do that. You gonna fail if you do everything another motherfucker tell you to do. Believe you gonna fail. Where is your mind? How are you controlling your life? You putting something in somebody else's hands, that means you have no power over anything. Once you know that you have power over you, what you do, how you think, what you say, then nobody they can't touch that. Remember what I told you, so it's simple. You can't control what you feel until you accept that you have feelings and your feelings are legitimate and your feelings have value. Accept that. Okay? Once you know that, now you can process your thinking. Okay? You can analyze it. Analyze, okay, why am I feeling this way? What happened last time? What state of mind was I in? Was I hungry? Blah blah. You can do that. Okay, so that's your thinking function. And once you process it, you're gonna find something there. You're gonna dig through there and be like, oh, there's the needle right there. That's why I felt that. Of course it wasn't the other person. It's ridiculous. I was feeling this way because XYZ. And that's how I do it. Hey, how you doing, sir? I say sir. Chris, you are sir, but I'm gonna still say sir. Hey, Chris. Send me some pictures of a sunset. I like that. Anyway, I think that's all I got. I'm gonna go for you though. That's all we have. So don't blame others. Motivation Monday. Team Nothing Nice here. But this mostly goes over to my Taylor page. I told y'all I'm probably gonna be integrating this kind of stuff into everything. I can't see that I shouldn't do this because it's all gonna come back to self. It all comes back to how well you're taking care of your mind, body, and spirit. Because when you align yourself and get yourself on that right track, when something just come in the track, you can be so powerful that and be going with so much force that when something does come like in your way, you just run over the shit. That's why I say it's not that serious all the time. If you pumped up enough about self, if you courageous enough, and you got your armor on, like, I don't give a damn what happened today, they come at me. I bet you I'm still gonna accomplish that. I'm still gonna do that. I'm still gonna have that experience. I'm still going to know that whatever I want is at the end of that road, no matter what's in between. I wanted these things in between here. You know why? Because they gonna make me stronger. That's right. Because I'm a lion, I'm fierce. And I am gonna bite through that stuff. I'm going to do that. Because I know. I know it's going to be proof that I know it's proof of that at the end of that. I just got to be steadfast and stay with it. I just got to know it. Don't believe it, know it. Remember what I told you about a belief. A belief is just something you repetitiously think. When you know something, that's through an experience. Nobody can take that from you. I told y'all about that. You can read somebody else's thoughts down all day long. You can learn that all day long. You can memorize that. You can practice that until it's a belief, until you believe it. And then you think it's fact. That does not make that fact. That's just some shit that you kept running over and over and over in your head until you believed it. So don't blame others. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Okay. Me and Bronson is finna go. Bronson, tell everybody bye. Come here, Bronson. Say bye. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'll be back on tomorrow talking about something. It's something. It's talk about it Tuesday. Oh, that being was the subject I was talking about. I'm gonna try, but I can't say. I talked a little bit about it, and I'm not gonna go there, because remember what I told y'all, when it gets too passionate, you have to switch gears. So I'm just gonna rub on Bronson, and I'm gonna have to talk. I will talk with him on a Thursday, because you know Blue is communicative. You know, that way I can relate to his emotions, because sometimes I'm not the most empathetic person, as you would learn, friends. Okay, guys, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll try not to look too crazy, and look at me being on time. What? All right, bye.